what is a breach coach? What do they do?
It's a great question. My family doesn't even know what I do. And I've been doing it for about 8 years. So a breach coach, really think about quarterback for a cyber incident and on the legal and compliance side. So we're the ones that come in and we bring in all the pertinent parties to really help navigate these stressful events, right? So to start, we'll bring in a digital forensic incident response firm. So those are the cybersecurity specialists that will kind of go through the forensic evaluation to work with, the people like MIS to make sure everybody's buttoned up and secure. And then from there, perform their forensic analysis because that really aids us in determining a legal analysis. Beyond that, if needed, we'll help with communications. We are pseudo like crisis communications individuals now. We'll bring a PR firm in if necessary. Then from there, we'll, after the investigation is done, and if there's a certain subset of data that was impacted, either accessed or obtained, what we'll do is bring another company in to go through all that data, to really kind of call it out and figure out what was sensitive and what was not. And then finally, we bring another company in to do the notifications, right? Send out all the mailing, do a call center, credit monitoring, all that kind of jazz. And then after that, we represent you if there's a lawsuit that's filed. We represent you if there's a regulatory investigation that's filed. We're here to remove as much stress from you as we can and take on as much burden as we can from you in an incident.
And then I guess, like the name implies, coach, you're taking all that information and really providing strategic direction to the client around, what do they do with this information, and potentially, how do they respond to some of the questions and those kinds of things. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that was a perfect explanation, right? We're the ones who are kind of gathering the pertinent parties. We're working with the qualified people like you who are already on the ground. We're moving that ball forward because, we need to get them restored if necessary. We don't do any of the technical. I'm very transparent about this. I'm not technical. I'm not security. That's people like you, Liam, people like MIS, other firms that we'll bring in that are laser focused on that. We are laser focused on the legal compliance and communication. But we lean on people like you all, people that like the digital forensic incident response firms to do the technical and the security, because that's your specialty.